Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever CapOhTV Q&A. I've tried to answer all the questions I received, except for all those spammy type ones from Noah Boart. That freaking guy asked too many questions. So without further ado, let's get into the first one. Who was your favorite video game character growing up as a kid? As you can see, I have a ton of PlayStation games, my favorite system of all time. PlayStation 2 consoles, PlayStation 1s, there's even a Namco light gun in there. Super Nintendo. I only have a few of those because they're expensive and I don't really find them much at flea markets. Then here's some Game Boy. Going to the left, Blu-rays, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, Charizard. I hate choosing favorites, but if I had to choose a favorite video game character, it would be Mario, as portrayed in Super Mario Bros. / Duck Hunt and Super Mario World, because these games are what introduced me to video games. Are you and grammar Nazi? As Ralph Wiggum once said, "Me fail English? That's impossible." Grammar Nazi. Come on, what the heck is that? What is the funniest thing you've ever seen in person? Winky Face. I think the funniest thing that I've seen in real life in recent memory was when I was an instructional aide in a Spanish class and some kids dared another kid to smash a Tic Tac, like a breath mint, on the desk with his forehead. And he did that. He wound up, smashed his head on the desk, stood up, got all dizzy. The teacher sent him to the nurse. A few minutes later, the nurse called. The teacher had no idea why he was dizzy. She just sent him. But eventually she found out that he did this, and she had to explain to the nurse that that's what happened in her classroom. And I thought that was pretty funny. Do you go fast like Sonic? I used to go fast, and then I took an arrow to the knee. You know, the only thing that goes fast now is my Capo Ferrari. Why don't we go take a look at that? All right, here she is. 1995 Ford station wagon. Missing the front hubcap, but you know, she gets around. Let's take a look under the hood. I want to show you guys a close-up of this 1.9 liter 90 horsepower Ford engine under this hood. This baby will get it. Let's see how she sounds. Woo, listen to that baby purr. She'll do 60 miles an hour in about 25 seconds. If you found someone permanently shrunk down to the size of a bug, what would you do with them? If you grew into a 100-foot tall giant, what would you do? That's kind of a lot of questions, so I'm going to answer just a couple of them that are in there. If I found someone that was shrunken down, first I would ask if that person wants my help, and then I would ask them how they got that way, and if there was someone that I can go see to try to reverse the effects of this. Otherwise, I think it would be a pain in the butt to keep track of a little tiny ant person. Now, if I grew to be 100 feet tall, my main concern wouldn't be would I destroy everything. My main concern would be getting enough to eat. If you grew that much, that is, I don't think there's enough food to feed you. And if you did start eating stuff, you'd have to eat it raw. You couldn't cook it. That's just a big mess. What shampoo do you use? I use Head and Shoulders. All right, we're gonna have to go in the Capo bathroom for this one. Look, there I am. All right, here's the shampoo that I use. It is Suave Moroccan Infusion Shine Shampoo for normal to dry hair. Look at that, professional. What do you do when you're not substituting? Like, there has to be a day when you aren't being a sub. Well, obviously I work on YouTube videos. I watch Netflix. I go to Target with my wife. I'm working on starting my own videography business, so that's a thing. What else do? I go to thrift stores and flea markets a lot. I love doing that, getting cool stuff for super cheap. And yeah, subbing is not my life. Far from it. Besides substitute teaching, what would be your dream job and why? I think my dream job, as long as all the bills are taken care of and I don't have to worry about food and shelter, my dream job would be being a strongman competitor, professional strongman. If you don't know what a strongman is, think of the big, tall, super jacked guys who flip tires and carry cars and pull big trucks and airplanes and all that kind of stuff. That's what I wanted to be at one point. But got out of training, got too much other stuff going on. But, you know, it's good to be strong.
Black or white socks?
Here's my sock drawer. Let's answer this question. The answer is obviously black. Black socks. All black socks. I wore white socks from the age of 0 to 24. Then when I met my wife Sam, she made me wear black socks.
Are you Illuminati? I already know the answer, so don't you lie to me.
Me? Illuminati? No way. Who do I look like? Jay-Z?
What made you want to start uploading? Do you have like a model that you are following or just winging it?
I just did. I just started uploading. I mean, I'd watched YouTube for years and years that I decided to just be another uploader, YouTuber person, so I did that. Some of my role models, if that's what you meant, would be James Rolfe from Cinemassacre, also Angry Video Game Nerd, same guy. Pat the NES Punk, that's his channel name here on YouTube. JonTron from the JonTron Show. Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. They're a couple of cool guys. As far as models for my videos, I mean, you could see I've got some consistencies, but pretty much if I have an idea for a video, I try to make it or see what I can do with it, and then I upload it, and yeah, I'm just trying to make progress here.
Weirdest experience while substituting?
The weirdest thing that's happened so far while substituting was running into the little brother of my sister's ex-boyfriend who cheated on her with her best friend. This kid I knew in the hallways, and he was part of the group that was always like, oh hey Cap, oh hey Cap. I never really knew his last name until one day I was subbing in one of his classes and I saw it on the list. I asked him who his brother was or if he had a brother, and he said, yeah, I'll show you his license. For some reason he had his license in his pocket, and it was the same guy. And at that moment it all came together. We knew each other years ago. Well, actually I didn't remember him being a kid, but I know that my sister's ex-boyfriend's little brother was with them sometimes when he came over. And it was the same guy. And that was kind of a weird reveal, and we had to explain to everyone else in the class what happened and why it's so funny, and now it's kind of a running joke.
Does anyone ask you about your channel when you're subbing?
Yes. Yes, they do. There are some that ask me about it every single time they see me, or mention it every single time they see me. And usually that gets 2 or 3 other people in the room interested, and then they go ahead and say, oh, what's your name? And then I have to explain to them, CapOhTV, CapOhTV. Because if you put in CapOhTV without the H, it comes up to some, I think he's a dead rapper now.
Are you still going to make those cringe sub-story videos?
Before this school year, I would not have known what cringe meant when it came to internet videos, but luckily thanks to some students at school and thanks to H3H3 Productions, I learned what cringe was. And yeah, looking back, some of those sub-stories videos could kind of be cringy, you know, if you're really sensitive to cringe. So going forward, I mean, they're fun to make, but they take a lot of time. And yeah, I might do one here and there, but I think it's been more effective to have my face on the camera so that you all can connect with me and I can connect with you.
What's your top 3 recommended albums of all time? Any genre?
I can count on one hand the number of albums that I've bought in my lifetime. So I'm going to answer this with my top 3 favorite albums just for me. I don't say that they're good, they're just what I like. So number 1, the Fire Engine song that I had as a kid on a record. I don't know what it's called. If I could find it, I'll put a picture in. Number 2, the Final Fantasy XI soundtrack. That game was 7 to 9 years of my life. I have over 365 real full game days, 24-hour days logged into that game. The music of that game was awesome. Number 3, the 8 Mile soundtrack from Eminem's 8 Mile. That was the CD that I listened to on the way to the ice rink during those years that I became a men's league championship goaltender.
Can you adopt me?
If I adopt... If I adopted everyone who asked, I would probably run out of money to feed everyone. And we don't want that. So, sorry, I can't adopt you. Okay, there you go. That's all the answers I have for today. If you still have more questions, don't worry. There's going to be more Q&A videos in the future, I'm sure. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, see you later. Bye.